Hi, welcome or welcome back. I'm glad you're here. Today I'm setting up my passion planner for the second week of June. I found this really cute pen and gear sticker book at Walmart and I decided to pull this one out for this week. I'm going to go for a cute, whimsical mermaid theme. So if that sounds interesting, then stay tuned. Okay, so here is the page of stickers I am going to use today. So the first thing I'm going to do is pull out my washi tape. I like to try to coordinate with the colors on the stickers. And then I also want to use these Days of the Week headers. This book is from Hobby Lobby. It's Agenda 52. I've had it for some time and I'm leaning towards using these pink ones here in the corner. There's some green ones that also kind of match, but I really like the pink ones, so I think that's what we'll do. And I've already got that started. I white out the black headers that are pre-printed on the page, and I'm just going to go ahead and put these in. It's kind of sloppy in my opinion, so I'm going to decorate the top with stickers as well to kind of cover up some of that white out. I am loving this theme. I think it's perfect for the start of summer. I'm going to use some of the smaller stickers up here at the top. There's little seashells and starfish. So I'm going to use those up here at the top and around the page. I have had both of these sticker books in my stash for quite a while. I'm trying to challenge myself to just use stickers I already have on hand versus buying more. I already have a lot of stickers, and truthfully, I have bought some stickers in the past month, but I want to use up some of the stickers I've had for a while. I really like these ones, and I thought, why have I not used them already? So that's why I picked this theme. That, and it's just perfect for June, I think. I am also loving this color scheme. So I'm placing little starfish up here just to cover up some of the whiteout I've used up here to cover up the headers. The Passion Planner comes with pre-printed black headers. They can be kind of hard to disguise if you want to change it, but there are ways around it. I'm using some, I think this is Bic correction tape, and you can get that easily anywhere, online, at Walmart, anywhere. These washi tapes, I'm trying to think of the right way to organize my colors. I'm going to go ahead and basically repeat colors going from the outside in. You'll see what I mean here in just a moment. But I feel like the washi tape really ties it all together, and I cover up my timelines because I really don't use them. You don't have to use your planner the way it's printed. You can alter it so that it works for you. If any of you have been watching for a while, then you've definitely heard me say that before. I'm just using my ruler here to just get a clean straight edge. I've always seemed to have a ruler nearby. Now I'm going to use this one on the end here because, like I said, I'm going to go from the outside in. I feel like this makes it look cohesive. So, do you have any plans this summer? I always love to hear what other people are doing. I personally do not have any plans, no travel or anything in my future. So, I will just be doing the same old at home, but we'll probably spend time going to parks or the zoo, places that are local to us. I did put together a little sand table for my daughter who is turning 5 at the end of summer, and she's been glued to it since I did that. It's always good to find ways to get kids away from the screens, you know? I would much rather her be playing outside than inside watching TV or playing a game, especially on the nice days. But anyways, if you're new here, I'm Tammy, by the way. Nice to meet you. I have been working here in my Passion Planner for a while now. This is my first Passion Planner. I'm using this as kind of a memory planner or creative journal in a way. I have quite a few videos talking about it, so I can leave that playlist at the end of this video if you're interested. But yeah, I would love it if you would subscribe and join us for the next one. I have several other planners that I'm using for different areas of my life. For example, I have a Hobonichi Weeks that I'm using as a health journal, and I have a small little pop run planner. It's an A6 size, and it's a daily planner. I use that basically just for fun. I decorate it. I put something that I did that day in there. I have some videos on that one as well, and I probably need to update that one. But yeah, I do use different ones for different reasons, and I'm actually about to drop a video soon about something I'm going to start in July, so stay tuned for that one. But anyhow, back to this spread. The colors are coming along just fine. I am, like I said, going from the outside in, and I am liking the way this is turning out thus far. Sometimes I do find that placing the washi tape exactly over the timeline can be a little challenging, but just let perfection out the window because it doesn't have to be perfect. At least that's how I feel about it, and this works well enough for me. So I am going to finish that up, and then after that, those dark bars down at the bottom, I am going to cover those up as well. You'll see in just a moment. Last week, I kind of framed it with washi tape, and I really liked the way that looked, so I'm going to repeat that again here. You'll see in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and speed this part up so as to not bore you with it. But basically, I just take my correction tape and cover up these pre-printed areas right here so that I can put washi tape down. You don't have to do this step. The reason I choose to do it is because my washi tape is easy to see through, especially these black areas, and this just makes it look nicer in my opinion. But again, you don't have to do that, or if you use a thicker washi tape or a darker washi tape, you probably don't even need to. Now I am going to take some blue and cover up this whiteout, and I'm also going to take it around and frame the whole bottom section. I do use this area for different things. Sometimes I choose to use it for a currently, or I can use it for gratitude. Sometimes I write down recipes that I'm looking at using that week. I just use it for random things all the time. And sometimes I don't even use it at all, to be quite honest with you. I'm trying to get better about that, though, because it is really nice space to use. And I do want to fill up my pages as much as I can. But as I've heard elsewhere, there's really no shame in white space. So if you don't get to use all of it, no big deal. I am starting to figure out ways I can use it more frequently, though. So I'm framing this area just to make it look really nice, and I will place down stickers over this. As I said before, I just started doing this framing method about a week ago, and I just like the way it looks, so I'm going to probably stick with it for a little while. It looks really nice, and I like not having that prompt above the space. It takes away pressure, and I feel like I'll actually use the space more often now because there's no prompt on it. What do you think? Do you like prompts on your planner? I think perhaps if I was using this as an actual planner, then I probably would use those prompts maybe more frequently. But because I am using this more as like a journal or a memory keeper, I don't really need those prompts. So doing this kind of frees me up, and I can do whatever I want on this space now. Just making it nice and tidy. Finishing up this part here. and I will be able to dive into these stickers here in just a moment. I like the way that looks. So I have the bones of my setup all done. Now I can decorate elsewhere. And these are really fun stickers. It does look like the stickers have that pink background on them, but they actually do not. If you look close, you'll see that they are surrounded by white. So it just depends. I know some people don't like the colored backgrounds on their stickers. Sometimes for me, I don't mind, and other times I do. But these ones do have a white outline around each sticker. I'm going to just randomly place these on this page and try to create a scene, like they were swimming underwater. Our littlest daughter just turned 1 in May, and we decided that we would take the girls to the aquarium for her birthday, and they loved it. It was really nice. But man, is it expensive. Those kind of things are expensive. So I will probably not be doing that all too often because it just adds up. And on top of that, for us, it was like about 3 hours driving there and then driving back. So with little kids, that obviously seems like a very long time. If you know, you know, I guess. So we'll probably enjoy that every now and again, but not all the time. If you're fortunate enough to live close to one of those aquariums, then, I mean, I guess it wouldn't be so bad, but when you don't and you have to travel, then yeah, you really have to make plans for it and save up because it does add up. I remember taking our boys when they were little, and it just seemed like it was different. The whole aquarium was different, it seemed, but again, that was years ago. It was expensive then too, but I remember back then they had free kid days. I think it was in January, so they weren't as popular in January, so they were just trying to get people to come in. Anyway, I always look for those special days for kids to come into things like that. It helps a lot. If you're a parent, then you probably know what I'm talking about. So anyways, back to the spread. I'm trying to use as many of the stickers on this page as possible. And just FYI, in case you're interested, these Pen and Gear sticker books do have double pages. So there's another page like this in the book. So if that's something you're interested in, you'll get 2 of each page. Sometimes that can come in handy. So I'm trying to use up as many of these as I possibly can. I don't want to hold on to my stickers anymore. I really want to start using them. I did find this really cute quote about mermaids. If you look up on Google, you can find a quote just about anything. And sometimes I use that to fill up space on my pages if I don't know exactly what to write or just am looking for something else to put on there. I will put a quote in there, and I found one that said, "Be a mermaid in a sea of fish." And I thought that was really neat. I like that. I hope that this spread will inspire you to get some stickers out, get some washi tape out, and just play and enjoy it. I don't know if you're somebody who does journaling or not, but if you're not, it's really a good way to get your creativity going and relax and enjoy. So I hope that that will inspire you to do that. We don't play enough when we're grown up, you know? It's work, 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 it seems. So I encourage you to just find something that you really enjoy, a hobby, something, and do that. I guess if nothing else, maybe this spread will inspire you to plan a day at the beach. Now, planning a day at the beach with your creative journal, that sounds like a really good time. Anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and fill in these spots here on the side Sometimes I like to use my sidebar functionally and other times decoratively, and this week I am going for decorative. I don't really need to fill in this spot with anything extra, especially since I have this space down here at the bottom. And I do want to use up as much of these as possible. Like I said, I really do want to use as many as possible. So I'm trying to find spaces for all of them. I don't believe I'm going to use every single one of them. There's a couple round ones on here that they just don't seem to fit with what I'm doing, but that's okay. I'm going to use as many as possible. So if you like today's video, I hope that you will consider giving me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. I am trying to grow this channel, and it's kind of a struggle because I'm always trying to figure out what does my viewer want. So any feedback I greatly appreciate. I will take that. So I always try to respond to comments if you do leave me a comment. And I do appreciate you watching this far. I really do appreciate it. Thank you for making me part of your day. So I'm going to go ahead and put a few finishing touches on this one, and then I will see you in the next one. Thanks for being here today, and I hope you have a wonderful week.